I have a confession to make. In December of 2002, I committed a crime, an incredibly complex crime. I'm not proud of it despite what you've heard, but I thought it was time to finally come clean. In December of 2002, I snuck into the digital effects shop at Threshold Entertainment and I, in an act of industrial espionage, stole the hard drives containing the majority of the film set to be released a year later. This film, though sabotaged by my 9-month-old self, still managed to be a commercial hit, making back over $70,000 of its $65,000 budget. $70,000 of its $65 million budget. I am of course talking about the well-known movie Food Fight, one word, exclamation mark. If you for some reason never heard of it, Food Fight is basically Wreck-It Ralph set in a supermarket. What am I talking about? You have no idea what this film is. They both came out in the same year, so of course no one's going to have heard of a silly little film called Wreck-It Ralph. Food Fight is an actual piece of trash. I guess at some point it had potential to be good because the cast is full of well-known actors. Charlie Sheen's in it, Hilary Duff, Wayne Brady, Christopher Lloyd, but it all went downhill due to the fact that I stole those hard drives all those years ago and delayed the release of the film by 9 years. And now I'm going to show you this fantastic movie. But before I do, I want to read one of the top comments on the YouTube link of the film. This entire movie is bowling alley screens when you get a strike. That is the most accurate thing ever. In fact, I think this movie might be worse than bowling alley screens. So this old man closes up the shop. This old man closes up the shop. We get 25 seconds of panning as the lights turn off and the lights come back on and the shop comes alive. This frog farts and gets crushed and shit comes out and covers Mr. Clean. And it's really funny because he's Mr. Clean, but he's not clean. Haha. Then we get a cool confrontation scene on the top of a balloon. It's between our main guy, Dex Dog Detective, and some obese rat. The hamsters around him going absolutely mental and it's so distracting.
I'm gonna kill you!
As the rat's balloon is popped, he says presumably his last words.
I just wanna be loved. Is that so wrong?
I immediately feel sorry for this guy. Dex falls into a crowd of people who conveniently knew where he was gonna land. And the most terrifying bird ever asks Dex a single question, and then the entire crowd who'd gathered to see him immediately leave. Then Dex goes to speak to his friend Dan, the comic relief of the movie. Really funny guy, real funny guy. He will not stop moving. Tell this man to keep still, please. Dex then asks Dan to be his best man, which makes him cry brown tears, and they share a loving embrace. Bit preemptive asking him to be his best man though, since he hasn't even asked his girlfriend to marry him, but he's about to do that. This is Sunshine. We first see her playing melon ball, football with a melon, with some kids.
You're melon ball superstars.
She's complimenting them, saying they're really good, but like, she's the only one who's actually playing. Then I guess Dan won a Kids' Choice Award because he gets slimed. Then he tries to third wheel, but they kick him out.
See you later, Danny. It warms my heart the way you love my raisins, tough guy.
Dex is obsessed with raisins, which can cause kidney failure in dogs. So either they didn't do their research or Dex is just built different. Dex is just about to propose when Danny crashes his plane and completely ruins the vibe. And Sunshine goes to check on him because she's a nice person. Then she goes missing. Dex is concerned about his missing girlfriend, rightly so, and Danny's like, ugh.
Chill, dog. Don't worry. It ain't like it's the last time you're ever gonna see Sunshine again.
Cut to 6 months later and the scariest man ever walks into the shop. He's Mr. Clipboard, real name, a Brand X ambassador who wants to bring Brand X products into the shop. The old man's like, there's no room, and he's like, well, if you get rid of this inferior product, there will be. And he crushes this bag of crisps and the guy in the crisp packet is like, this is war. Dex has a dream about Sunshine and he wakes up looking drippy as hell. Like, my guy slept in a fedora and it didn't fall off his head. Respect. And Dan's like, it's been 6 months, forget about Sunshine. Also, you're not a detective anymore and now you've got a club to open. I don't know how or why this guy's career went from detective to club owner. Just guess there's a lot of transferable skills.
Sunshine's gone, bro.
Also, Dan's the most insensitive guy ever. He's like, I don't care if that your girlfriend is missing, presumed dead, just go and run the Copa Banana. That's what the club's called. The Copa Banana. And in the trailer for the movie, there was a Copacabana parody song used. I won't subject you to that.
He was a failure.
I lied, sorry. Here's another instance of Dan being a terrible person.
Oh, mamacita! Yo, sweet cakes! Oh, nice packaging! How about some chocolate frosting?
I hate this man. He crashes into a tree though, so instant karma. Some random weasel then tries to proposition Dex. I mean, I don't know what's happening because it's really hard to focus on anything when he looks like this.
Not so fast, Mr. Detective.
Then Dex watches as he gets hit by a train. sadist. Then Dex goes to the club opening of the Copa Banana, and it's really fitting because what is today's National Day? That's right, National Banana Day. I would do that thing if I could do it. And I guess the entire population of the world is at this club opening. I was gonna do a third dance move, but there isn't one. Like, everyone's dancing in those same two ways. I relate, to be fair. Mr. Clean. Not clean again. Funny. Haha. The barmaid fat shames Dex for having too much milk, and he says,
"It sure does a body good."
no, it doesn't. Milk causes diarrhea in dogs. So either they didn't do their research again, or Dex is just built different. Then the Brand X icon Lady X enters, and she is the hottest gal you ever did see. Look at those eyes, look at that plastic-like look on her face. Everyone goes mental over her. The guy from the crisp packet picks a fight, and literally everybody in the club starts fighting. Then Dex kicks everyone out and they immediately leave.
Time to banana split out of my club.
Dex goes home to be sad about Sunshine, and then Lady X comes in and does whatever all that is.
How many Ikes went down?
Everybody we threw out of the friggin' banana.
I don't really know what's going on, but a lot of the icons died and all the food has gone bad, so Brand X has come in to bring replacements. Then Dex is like,
Danny's in trouble, I just know it.
I mean, like, yeah. Everyone's dead and Danny is missing. I could have told you that. Lady X speaks to the people and says that she'll take care of them. There is an incredible amount of Nazi imagery in this film, and I'm not going to go into it in this video, but it's insane. An Androvax looking Brand X man talks to the Weasel and flicks him off the roof for some reason.
Heading towards the detergent aisle. You know, home of the lovely lady.
The Weasel says that Dan's okay because he saw him running away from the scene of the crime, and then a wrecking ball falls on him.
Need a new friend.
I feel bad for this guy. Dex goes to the Brand X place to meet Lady X, and they just tango and destroy everything in the room. Dex tells her he's suspicious of her, and she's like, what? Danny's gonna be fine if you back Brand X. Also, I can be your new Sunshine, and he's like, no.
Down, boy.
Then he gets kidnapped and held with Dan in a dryer that's set on fire.
Is it hot in here?
But it doesn't matter because they get out really easily and they see that Brand X is taking over the store. They go to this guy who has his own nose as his wallpaper and they ask him to analyze the ingredients in Brand X. Then Dex wins a Kids' Choice Award and gets slimed. Nose Guy tells him that Brand X is toxic
Toxic.
and highly addictive
Whoa, addictive.
to humans. So they need to send an email to corporate about Brand X from the computer at the other end of the store, which means they have to cross during the day when the humans are there. I mean, like, it shouldn't be too bad because shops aren't usually that busy on a day-to-day basis. Okay. Some other Brand X lady comes to get them and Danny's like, Dex will beat you up, and Dex is like,
She's huge.
oh my god, not the body shaming. Jeez. They fly on a bottle of unopened pop under this guy's legs. I'm sorry, there is no way he didn't see that. Apparently this took the whole day because it's night now, and they used the same shot they used at the start of the film. The joke is definitely funnier the second time around. Then they go to this computer to send the email, and I'm not lying. The computer lady is one of the most calming things I've ever seen. Like, in this horrible film, she filled me with so much peace to watch her. I just want to put a compilation of her moments, like, relax for a minute, genuinely. This is really nice.
How can I help? Upload? Download? Scan? Scanning forms.
I'm sorry if you thought that was going to lead to a joke. Real inner peace watching that. So then they ask for a recall form so they can recall Brand X, and they see that Sunshine's product has been recalled, as well as some random other ugly lady. They go to send the email, but the Brand X guys turn the electricity off, so they can't rely on corporate to save them now. Lady X then gives a speech saying she will exterminate all inferior products until everything in the store is Brand X. This is what I was telling you about the Nazi imagery. So then the Ikes, that's what the people of this place are called, by the way. It's short for icons, but it sounds like a slur. They congregate in the Copa Banana to help Dex, but then Brand X shows up and tells them to pledge their allegiance to them through the medium of song.
Brand X, it's different but all the same. We want to hear you sing.
It's giving Tomorrow Belongs to Me.
Je suis François Fromage.
And apparently this guy recorded his lines on a Nintendo DS. Then Dex shows up and they start singing an Ike song instead. And Everyone's doing mad gymnastics. And Brand X is so intimidated that they leave. And apparently, the bad microphone quality is contagious.
I knew they couldn't discontinue you.
Dex and Lady X locate each other on binoculars and what is one binocular called? Like a monocular? A telescope? Yeah, a telescope. And Dex beckons her with 3 fingers, which is so uncomfortable.
Come and get me, baby.
I love the way the army marches as well. So then they have a food fight. Hey, that's the name of the movie. The Ikes pour 2 mugs of hot chocolate and it drenches the entire army. All of the food they throw explodes in the exact same way. This woman throws a single pancake and it creates this huge explosion. Anyway, the food fight ends in disaster for the Brand X army. I think. But oh no! There's more armies! Also, I want to know why a 6-second crotch shot was necessary in this movie.
Pudding and strudel is what I think about. Start on myself.
Anyway, this second battle goes on for literally 5.5 minutes until Dex meets this moose guy. And I know the question you're asking right now.
But who's are we gonna find to slithers and filthy slime through the sewers, go into enemy territory, and cut the power lines to start the lightning storm?
Slither and slime.
A bunch of other irrelevant stuff happens. This penguin dies that Dex saved at the beginning of the film, so I guess it's sad.
I'm gonna pop your corn, lady.
Roll over, Detective. You're mine.
Oh my god, get a room? The nose guy comes back in and says, Brand X causes things to expire. I feel like I could have told you that an hour ago.
Damn it, Dex!
More stuff happens with Dex and Lady X.
I'm coming for you, lady.
On your knees, dog. I always knew you were damaged goods.
Gee, I feel like I need to leave them to it. Dex finds Sunshine again and she's still there in the same clothes as she was 6 months ago, looking absolutely fine despite being kidnapped for 6 months.
I thought that only worked in movies.
Oh, you silly dog, Dex. You are in a movie. They defeat that weirdo Androvax guy.
I think I just wet myself. It feels rather nice.
And Dex saves Sunshine, but they're stuck on top of a building.
The whole thing could go any minute.
As long as I'm with you, nothing else matters.
Anytime that things go
And that's how the movie ends. Kidding, I wish they died. This thing goes on for 15 more minutes. Dan saves them by doing a loop-de-loop on his plane, which is something that he couldn't do earlier on in the film. This is what we call character development. He's still a sexual deviant though, so honestly it doesn't matter.
Give me some sugar.
Then Mr. Clipboard appears in the food world and Dex is like, I'm gonna defeat him.
A robot?
She's the random ugly lady from before.
Quick trip to Brazil for a little plastic surgery.
Oh my god. She says she did it because she was jealous of Sunshine.
How did you get in and out of the store?
Size only counts for men.
Who the hell is this guy? And why is he gone in the next shot? And why is he back in the one after? He's so distracting. Everyone just stands around watching Dex get absolutely battered by Lady X until Sunshine comes to help him.
Sunshine Chip slapped her back the ugly.
Gross.
All I ever really wanted was you.
Frankly, my dear, I don't give a spam.
I was laughing at something else. So they defeated Brand X and Dex and Sunshine get married. And that's the movie. I had to take about 15 breaks to pause and collect myself during this movie because it genuinely feels like it's about 5 hours long. I actually recommend not watching this film because it's not even so bad it's good, it's just genuinely awful. But if you want to rip out your own eyes, you can find this movie on YouTube, I'll link it in my description. And if you enjoyed my video, you can give it a like and subscribe to my channel. We didn't reach 1 million last week, so I'm lowering my subscriber goal to 999,999 because I feel like that'll probably be a little bit easier for you guys. I'll also be replying to all comments, so feel free to leave a comment. Have you seen this movie? If so, what did you think? Do I have a crush on Dog Detective Dex? Please don't ask that. Please don't ask that. That's all from me today. Bye!